let's go, man. Jonathan Levant right now, baby. Let's go. NYC Radio, man. Another episode right now. We got J.Christine in the house.
Hello. What's up? So how you doing tonight, Myster?
Oh, man, it's been a minute, man. We got somebody real special right here from 808 Music Group tonight.
Yes, we do. We have the wonderfully, musically, lyrically talented Jonathan Levant with us. So thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so real quick, I wanted to start this interview. I wanted to ask you, so how did you actually get signed to 808 Music Group?
It's a long story. Back in I think 04, I was working in the studio with my friend Ronnie, and he knew Benny through the studio he was working in, and we met through there. And years down the line, maybe like 2-3 years, we met again, and he started this independent label, and I just wanted to come on board and be a part.
That's definitely what's up, you know.
Real quick, I just want to let you know we have the cameras right in front of us. Right?
Oh, okay.
That's for the viewers. Why not?
Yeah,
let's do it.
So let's move into. I know I was just, listening the other day, and I heard you want to join with another talented artist, Boulevard Benny, join Ooh-Wee. So you want to tell people about that a little bit. They want to hear that. Let them know where they can get it at, because I like the joints. Yeah. You need that in your whip.
Y'all can check Ooh-Wee out on it's on Napster, Amazon, iTunes. And it's on Hot 97 Power 105. It's a crazy summer record, and y'all gonna love that. So make sure you go cop that.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't miss out. Exactly.
Listen, man, I've been a supporter of Mr. Boulevard Benny for a while, you know what I mean? He's definitely part of the fam, and listen, Mr. Jonathan Levant, whatever you come out hot, I heard your stuff, you sound hot, you know what I mean? I definitely got you on rotation, brother, definitely.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got quite a little vocal range there. I heard that, I peeped that.
That comes from singing in church, choirs, and just,
yes, absolutely.
Getting vocal progression through all the things you do.
Well, I see you, Miss Levant. Go ahead, Mike.
So real quick, I wanted to ask you, so will actually Boulevard Benny be featured on any of your tracks for your upcoming LP?
Of course. Okay. Like, if I'm doing a track and I need a rapper on it, that's like the first person I'm gonna go to.
Right.
Well, before we even delve deeper into any, the specifics of your album, I guess the main question I kind of just want to ask you is, being a new artist with your upcoming LP, what kind of message would you like it to send out to the fans? Because it's their first taste of you. You know what I'm saying? I've been lucky enough to hear a couple of Jonathan's tracks, and trust me, you know what I'm saying, I don't think it's a name that's gonna fall on deaf ears. I honestly think that he'll listen to the name now because I feel like it'll be known.
Okay. I think in terms of the album that I'm working on, I just want to come out with music that just feel good music, and it's music that can be respected and it's timeless. Maybe 30 years from now, people can still play a record, and it'll be in that time frame as well as now. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you. You're kind of everybody. I understand you gotta go with whatever the masses have and whatever the times are doing. But I guess on a personal note, are you kind of more of a feel-good music dude, or are you more of a ballads dude?
Honestly, I'm more of I like to do feel-goods, I like to do ballads. Whatever I'm feeling creatively at the time is what I want to create or come out with,
Ah, I can start that.
Okay. All right, so on that note, I wanted to ask you, so how did it feel to actually get your voice heard on radio for the first time, being on Power and Hot 97, you know what I mean? Those are actually FM official stations. How did that feel for you?
I was very excited. One of my boys, he hit me up. Shout out to Barton. He hit me up and he called me. He was like, "Yo, I'm listening to your song on the radio." And I just started going crazy, calling my mom, my dad, my sister, just letting them know.
It's just what it is. I think for myself, I think it's an individual, just real achievement for each and one of us. I think when that happens to you, you know what I mean? When that happens to an artist, basically, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna front. I would have started screaming. First time I saw myself on TV. Shout out to Boulevard Benny. I was like, woo woo, holla. You know what I'm saying?
I had to keep myself composed.
Much respect on that one. So let me tell you, gave me some hope recently, right? Because I was sitting at home with my family, and I'm like, I'm gonna teach myself how to play the piano. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, don't teach yourself how to play the piano. You know what I'm saying? But I know that you taught yourself how to play the piano. So first of all, definitely much props, much respect, and like I said, thank you for giving me my hope there. But how long it took you to kind of do that? I guess people fiddle with stuff. You know what I'm saying? When did you know I'm gonna learn how to do this, but I'm gonna do it right? You know what I'm saying? How long did it take you to do that, to teach yourself?
All throughout my childhood, maybe since I've been maybe 6, 7 years old, I've always been drawn to the piano. And I've been fiddling with it, and then after a while, I was just like, I want to take this thing serious. So I started like, I asked my mom for a keyboard, she gave it to me, and I just taught myself chords and just melodies and whatever was on the radio, like I learned how to play just by
so
ear.
you can play, so you can play by ear. Can you read music?
So I could like sight read, and if you give me sheet music, I can tell what the note is and, you know, dictate it to people.
That's good. So a little bit of both. I ain't mad at that.
So, do you actually play the drums and you hold the note on the guitar? Did you teach that to yourself, or how did that work for you?
Yeah, I come from like a very musically inclined family. Like, if they don't sing, they draw. If they don't sing or draw, they play an instrument. So
That's
just
dope.
from being in that background, it just not forced me, but I was more accustomed to like pick up on musical talents and instruments faster that way.
So here's my thing. I know, well, for those of y'all that don't know, like I said, multi-talented Jonathan Levant. Get it right. He sings, he produces, he songwrites. What, I guess, would be the differences, if any, in your creative process when it comes to like producing and versus singing, songwriting? Like, you know what I mean? Because people could lump them together. If you don't have any, that's cool. But you know, some people have differences in both processes, and some people don't. So, what's your spin on both? Or you bring the same type of thing to both of them, or you spin it depending on what you're doing that day?
Well, honestly, in production, I put like more time into it. Like, cause I'm at home or whatever, I set up the keyboard. You know, maybe I dim the lights to get in the production mood.
All right.
Writing, I could write anywhere. I could be on the train and see something that's intriguing and write a song about it.
That's what's up.
So, where do you actually get your inspiration from when it comes to doing that? I don't know. Could it be like, you know, like little images or like an event in your lifestyle that be, alright, that comes in, and you know how it is, you know, like for myself with me, like when I'm in the studio and I'm ready to do something, like I gotta take a bath, I gotta get dressed and ready to go to feel good about myself in order for me to rock out and do a hot CD, a hot mixture, a hot podcast, whatever the case may be. My opinion for you, what would be your inspiration?
My inspiration to write a good song would be definitely a good breakfast.